Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation.
Play dates. You know, it's the thing of childhood. You go to someone's house, they come to your house, and the mum says, "Hi, how are you? Hi, Mrs. Keller. Hi, whatever." And then you raid the kitchen and you muck around, and then it's time to go home.
And then someone says, "Can I stay over?" Ask your mum if I can stay over.
Yeah.
Ask your mum if I can get some Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
Ask your mum if I can drink some of her liquor.
She's got any smokes. Play dates are changing, though. And it was interesting because we recently spoke about sleepovers, and the same thing was happening where parents don't allow their kids to go to sleepovers, or the rules around it are quite different.
Mm-hmm.
It seems the same thing might be happening with play dates. Let's start with this one. I've got two examples of why would you bother. This person charges kids or charges the parents when the kids comes for a play date, even for electricity. It's hard to believe this is true. Mum of two, Brianna Weimar, was happy to welcome her son's friends over to their Washington home. But while her son played with his friends, she kept a watchful eye on the guest. She watched what the kid ate, what he drank, the games he played, and then when his parents came to pick him up, the parent was given an invoice for Australian $55, American $36, for the food and supplies that your child used during the play date. Thanks for covering your share.
Look, I'm calling it a bit of BS on this, but having said that, it's grist for the mill.
Well, having said that, you think that that's extreme and weird, and as if anyone would do that. What about this? This mother has set up a play date liability waiver. So if kids want to come to her house for a play date, the parents have to sign a waiver.
You will not believe what this mom texted to me after I asked her to sign a liability waiver and an NDA before her son came over to my house for a play date. I had my lawyer draft up this liability waiver and NDA to protect ourselves from anything that could go wrong at a play date. It's standard procedure for us to have the parents of our kids' friends sign these before they are allowed to play at our house. What would you have done in this situation? Am I in the wrong here?
So I'm looking at the waiver.
That woman's voice.
I know, it's terrible, isn't it? It says the parents have to say, yes, I understand the risks that are inherent in a play date. The parent receives full responsibility for any injury the child might have in case of medical emergency, blah, blah, blah. This will happen. I hereby release the family who are hosting the play date from any responsibility, any liability for any injuries, breakages, etc. I consent to having a photographer or to photographs or videos of my child during the play date being used for personal use, and they might be used for media or promotional purposes.
You go to Tom Cruise's house?
What a weirdo. And how to take the fun out of anything.
Yeah.
We once had one of Jack's friends over for a play date on the same day that the whole of the neighbourhood's raw sewage flooded the bottom of our house.
I remember that.
So it was your fault. Flushed twice.
No, I remember at the time. That
it was terrible. It was terrible.
The jump up overflowed.
It was awful.
And you had it all in your backyard.
The whole neighbourhood's sewage. And the mum came to pick Thomas up and just had to tiptoe through the sewerage because the boys were playing upstairs and this all happened downstairs.
Tiptoe.
Through the sewerage. Yuck.
Play dates and sleepovers.
Do you remember?
It's funny as you're mentioning that. I remember having a sleepover and it was at someone's house that I didn't go to often. You remember when you were a kid, you had your sleepover mate and you'd always go to their place.
Yeah.
This was one of those sleepovers where I only went there once, but I remember we're all in, he had a bunk bed and which was pretty cool. I was in the top bunk, he was in the bottom bunk, and his mum came in. Good night, boys. But she was wearing this 90.
Come on.
No,
How old were you?
18. No. Oh, no. I was young. I was about 10. And she's wearing this 90. And it was I just remember having this, it was just spectacular. It was no, what I mean.
You were 10.
Yeah, but I was as a kid, you went, in my life, it's one of those moments just pop up.
When does it pop up?
You just,
I think you needed to sign a waiver.
It was all there. Don't be outraged. It was just all there. Nothing weird happened. Have I said too much?
Was there any memory in your entire life that isn't sexual?
Yeah, of course there is. Of course there is.
Because you're trying to think of one.
There's plenty, but whatever. For me.
Yes. Please finish the sentence. What?
These are moments in my life where, they're visceral flashbacks. Don't you get visceral flashbacks?
Of course I do. I don't share all of them on the radio.
No, it's a visceral flashback.
Yeah.
I can't still, and it was nothing. I know I'm making a fair fist of it right now, but it's not a bad thing.
No, of course. Well, this charming conversation has gone somewhere else.